A boundary doesn't need the other person's agreement to work. It doesn't need them to understand. It doesn't even need them to know it exists. It just needs to be acted on. That's a very different thing from what most of us were taught. Which is why I want to look at what boundaries are not, because this is where most of the exhaustion actually lives. Boundaries are not requests for someone to change. They're not ultimatums. They're not rules for other people. They're not explanations. And they're not punishments. And this one is important. They are not communication tools, even though we almost universally treat them that way. Here's the pattern I lived for a long time, and that I've watched so many people live too. Something happens that we don't want to be in anymore. And instead of changing what we do, we say something. We announce the limit. And then we wait for the other person to understand, for them to adjust, for them to take it seriously. And when they don't, when nothing changes, we feel like the boundary didn't work, like they ignored it. But here's what I've come to understand. No boundary was set. A boundary was described. And a description without action behind it is something else. It might be a preference. It might be a request. Sometimes, honestly, it's a plea. But it isn't a boundary. If it requires someone else's compliance to work, it isn't a boundary. That line landed so hard for me when I really heard it, because I realized how many times I had announced a limit and then been confused when nothing shifted, as if stating the thing was supposed to function like doing the thing. It doesn't. Those are not the same. And this isn't about blame. It's not about being hard on ourselves for doing it this way. Most of us were never shown another way. This is just what we learned. And now we get to learn something different. And this is where the conversation gets really interesting, because there's a relationship between boundaries and everything we've already covered in this series that I think changes how all of it lands. I want to share something personal here, because I think it might resonate for some of you.